Right guys, what's going on? BusterBarnes here with my recap / review of Game Week 3 in Fantasy Premier League. We will see if I got a green or a red arrow in this game week and how my players did perform. If you do enjoy these FPL videos, please be sure to leave a like, comment down below how your team did in Game Week 3, and as always subscribe to the BusterBarnes YouTube channel for more Fantasy Premier League content. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into my team, and as you can see on the right hand side, I do have a few red arrows, and that is because I got 39 points. As you are all aware, I did also take a -4 hit, so it's basically 35 points, and that is below the average, so not too great. My rank does now stand at 163,949, which still isn't that bad, still pretty good. My week did get saved a little bit by the last fixture of the week, which was Liverpool versus Arsenal. Getting into my team, as you can see, we actually got a return from Alex McCarthy finally, as Southampton got a clean sheet against Burnley, so decent from him, my set and forget keeper. He might be set and forget, and depends if I do a wild card, maybe there'll be a better keeper that stands out like a Martinez, but I'll have to look into that further. Alexander-Arnold as well, finally getting some returns, didn't get a clean sheet but got 3 bonus points. He was very good in that game against Arsenal, did get an assist for one of the goals as well. I believe it was Robertson's goal against the Gunners. The rest of my defence didn't do that great. I actually did have Justin on the bench, but Podence didn't play. It was really nice of Wolves to let us know that Podence wasn't playing before the game week started, so that was a waste for a -4 transfer. Really annoyed that I did that now. Reece James was the other guy that I brought in, only got me 1 point, which was strangely a bonus point, even though Chelsea conceded 3 goals in their game to West Brom. Mitchell with the 1 point, Justin with the 1 point, Son with the 1 point, who it looks like I'm going to have to transfer out as he does have an injury, which apparently seems quite long term according to Tottenham, so that is not great. We'll have to see if I do sell him and who that will be for in my game week preview, which will be coming up later this week. Aubameyang didn't really get me a return, but luckily it didn't bite me too hard not getting rid of him for a Man City player, as I believe De Bruyne and Sterling both didn't get returns either, so that's actually quite lucky from me there. And now I'm actually thinking I might even keep Aubameyang for Arsenal's next fixture against Sheffield United, I believe it is, because they're at home. Sheffield United haven't looked great, so part of me thinks, do I really need to get rid of Aubameyang right now? And he could prove to actually be quite a good differential, so we'll see how that goes. But my captain was Salah, got me an assist. I mean, you know, some of my players did perform a bit better, like Alexander-Arnold and Calvert-Lewin, but I was always going to captain Salah, and considering how the rest of my team did, it wasn't really a bad choice to captain him. Going forwards, Mitrovic, it really disappointed me. He didn't have, or I should say he had a lot of chances against Aston Villa, couldn't score any of them. Wolves away, Wolves haven't looked that good, but I'm not too sure how convinced I am. I do think if I do wildcard, I will be getting rid of Mitrovic at some point. However, if that is for this week or the week after, I'm not too sure yet, so we'll have to find out. Calvert-Lewin getting the goal against Crystal Palace, very nice. He's not on penalties though, that is Richarlison. However, Richarlison is that bit more money, and as long as Calvert-Lewin can keep ticking over for his price, he is very good. Werner did not do anything. Chelsea scored 3 goals. Werner's performance wasn't great. He did hit the bar, to be fair, and I do think I am going to keep him for at least 1 more week against Crystal Palace. I might even... There's part of my psyche that's telling me to actually captain him for that game, but we'll see what goes on with that. That is very left field though, after his performances and the fact he hasn't scored yet. However, part of me just feels he's going to score eventually, so I'm not too sure about that. Going onto my bench, Johnson got some minutes apparently. Reed didn't actually play, so maybe if I do a wild card I'll have to get a better 4.5 midfielder that actually starts. Podence, I think Wolves are hoping that he is okay for their weekend fixture against Fulham, so I probably will keep him unless it comes out that he's definitely not playing. However, it's so annoying that I've took the -4 now to bring him in when he literally has not played. That is quite a shame, so pretty annoying from Wolves there. But if I am going to give a little sneak preview into what I plan to do, it is probably going to be getting rid of Son. For what player yet, I'm not too sure. I did have 0.9 in the bank, so maybe I could go a little bit higher, maybe get a Rashford, or I could go a bit lower, maybe get someone like a Mahrez, who did perform quite well. If we get into the fixtures, as you can see, Manchester United beating Brighton 3-2. Very luckily, they maybe didn't deserve this. However, Fernandes is on pens to get a good return, so he's maybe a player that's sticking out a bit more now after United did lose to Crystal Palace. It's all pre-season, guys. This is the issue. Some teams didn't really have a pre-season, whereas some teams did, so it's kind of going to be a slow build for some teams like United, City, Chelsea, those sort of teams who won't be firing on all cylinders just yet. Another player still looking good is Tariq Lamptey, who got yet another assist. He is a quality player, it does seem. West Brom and Chelsea, not too sure how much you can take from this game, whether any of these Chelsea players will be starting in the future. Will Callum Robinson continue to bag goals? I don't really think so. So this is kind of a freak game that I don't think you can really take that much from. Other standout games during this, you saw Bamford score again, Man City losing 5-2, Vardy getting a hat-trick. Now, a lot of people have been saying that penalty takers could be massive for FPL this season, and it seems to prove it. Vardy getting 2 penalties in this game, which proves, crucial at the moment. A lot of teams getting penalties, and that could be something that we really have to look at. Vardy doesn't really necessarily appeal to me as an FPL asset, but if he's going to keep getting penalties, then it might not matter how good he is on the field. West Ham beating Wolves 4-0 seems like a bit of a freak result. West Ham's fixtures do eventually get a lot better though, so maybe you can look at bringing in West Ham players then as well. Villa's fixtures do get a bit worse against Liverpool. Liverpool are just looking like a quality team at the moment, so I think their assets are essential. Obviously I have Salah and Alexander-Arnold. Some people have Mane, which is fair enough as well. Robertson, I think any of those players really are going to be a good shout for you guys. But that was in fact my recap. Let me know in the comments below how you guys did as well. Not a great week for me, however, didn't fall down the ranks too much. It could have been a lot worse, to be honest. Hope you guys do enjoy this video. Please be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Fantasy Premier League content, and I'll see you guys next time.